In college, I was the only Pallavi until my senior year. And then there was a freshman named Pallavi. And so my friends started calling her hot Pallavi and me not hot Pallavi.
Wow.
I was like, you didn't have to say not hot. You could have just said Pallavi.
Are they still your friends?
No, absolutely not.
But they are friends with hot Pallavi, actually.
Welcome to Some Happy Hour. And now, your host with the most, Sammy,
Hey, how are we doing, everybody? A lot of interesting things happened this week. There was a Soviet television show that's been rediscovered. It was basically an adaptation of Lord of the Rings. Yes, it was called The Fellowship of the Tracksuits. It's one ring to seize, and it means the production and redistribution of privately held property to all comrades. All comrades of the Shire. 11 Ukrainian women and a Russian man were arrested in Dubai last week for holding a naked rooftop photo shoot. Yeah, the Russian man has been charged for empowering women without a permit. Can't do that in Dubai. So it was reported this week that Donald Trump has tricked his donors into giving multiple donations without their consent. Yes, he grabbed him by the Percy. He grabbed him by the Percy. Hunter Biden says he has no recollection of meeting the stripper whom with he had a child. He says he does have a recollection of sleeping with her and impregnating her, but not a recollection of where they met. Direct quote, end quote. Biden has announced a full withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan by September 11th of this year. That's officially the worst pullout game since the dude who knocked up the Octomom. Fauci says that the U.S. will not require COVID vaccination passports. But don't relax yet until they confirm that they will not be doing vaccine punch cards at Pinkberry. 3 toppings for $12. I never forget. All right. Speaking of pandemic news, the U.S. halted Johnson & Johnson vaccines because 6 women who received the vaccine developed blood clots. Meanwhile, still no pause on assault weapons after 12,000 Americans developed gunshots.
Great.
That is actually the best response you can get for that joke. We have a special drop-in here to apologize. Everybody welcome Johnson & Johnson.
6, Sammy. 6 women out of hundreds in the world.
That's right, Johnson. This is nothing compared to the tens of thousands of women affected by the defective vaginal mesh. Jeez. And those lawsuits are still pending.
Ugh, exactly, Johnson. And you forgot about all those cases of ovarian cancer from our talcum powder. I'm not like a freaking vaginacologist over here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, your company does make healthcare products for women. Shouldn't you know what a vagina looks like, just for safety? Or...
See, this is a baby oven, Sammy. This is where women bleed from all the time.
It looks like the bottom of a hookah, actually. I think that might be upside down. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, it isn't my fault that I've only seen one in the dark.
You understand women, Sammy. Some of our mothers were women, and our products have helped women, right, Johnson?
Yeah, like women's Rogaine and Benadryl.
Actually, Benadryl can be taken by anyone. Not sure if you were aware of that.
Oh, well.
That's silly. Why else would it be pink?
That is a good point.
Look, this pandemic has been hard on a lot of businesses. So we've shifted to like a more COVID-centric vibe.
Like our COVID-19 masks? Look at that.
Are you going to apologize? Like, that's what we booked you to do.
Fine. We at Johnson & Johnson are deeply sorry for women.
I don't think that was the right soundbite. Should I dub it in for you, or?
Sorry.
All right, everybody, give it up for Johnson & Johnson, everybody. So let's get right to our amazing guest tonight. She's a regular on the KO shows. She has an awesome web series out, and you can find a lot of her work all over her socials, which we'll provide later. But give it up for our friend, everybody, Pallavi Gunalan.
Hey. Thank you for having me. How's it going?
Fighting
Good, good.
Hey.
So just to, reiterate what I said at the beginning, I've never been 100% sure if it's Pallavi, or Paula V, or none of the above. That's what I thought.
It's Pallavi.
Pallavi.
Yeah. So the emphasis is on the first syllable, and it's like an. Like my friend Fizz actually told me I should tell people that it's like Pali. It's like Pallavi.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to emphasize the P. I was never sure because when a lot of people say Paula V, and it almost sounds like they're saying Paula Dean, and I'm like, no, not quite.
And I don't like that. People on the phone will literally think that my name is Paula Dean, and I'm like, do I just start saying slurs? Is that what you want me to do? Play your little game here, buddy.
Every time you're calling tech support, you're like, I love your cooking. No, not quite.
No.
And then how about your last name? What is the proper way to pronounce your last name?
Gunalan.
Gunalan.
I love.
So,
I know
Pallavi,
it's on Zoom,
Gunalan.
but there's like a pause after I say my name, and I'm like, am I scaring him?
No, it's because I'm wearing this earpiece, and there's like a 10-minute delay.
It's like someone telling you how to pronounce my name in the earpiece.
Yeah, I'm actually still like in real time. I'm still in the Paula Dean part of the conversation.
Okay.
Pallavi Gunalan.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Love it.
Now everybody on 3. Everybody say it. 1,
Everybody say it. 2,
3. Pallavi Gunalan.
All right.
Oh, good.
All right. We got 32 people, so just got to get 7 something billion more, and we'll be good.
We got it. I mean, some of those people have to be named Pallavi as well, so like it's not exactly 7 billion.
That's true. It's like 7 billion minus 300,000.
Yeah, I don't know, some amount.
It's probably more than that, actually. That was actually pretty ignorant to think. I mean,
Pallavis, it's not uncommon. I've met several Pallavis in my lifetime. In college, I was the only Pallavi until my senior year, and then there was a freshman named Pallavi, and so my friends started calling her hot Pallavi and me not hot Pallavi.
Wow.
I was like, you didn't have to say not hot. You could have just said Pallavi.
Are they still your friends?
No, absolutely not.
But they are friends with hot Pallavi, actually. Yeah, they made a bond. That's funny. So where did you go to high school, by the way?
Oh, that was in college, but I went to high school in
college.
I went to Caltech. I went to Caltech for college in Pasadena.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. So you grew up in Utah like before that too, like elementary?
I was in Utah from like 3 to 18. My parents are still there. I have to go visit them at some point now that I'm vaccinated. But yeah, Utah.
How Mormon are you on a scale of 1 to no soda?
I am like not even polyamorous a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I was that was like one of the issues growing up there. Man, you really stick out. Like if you're one of those things, you can kind of get under the radar of standing out. Right. But if you're neither, they're like, what do we do with you?
So I assume like you probably didn't love it there growing up, or did you? Did you grow to love it?
I think I always say that Utah is gorgeous because it has to be. Like, like growing up there, I definitely felt really weird, but now I can appreciate it knowing I don't have to live there. I like go back and visit. I'm like, this is fun. Also, it's like a lot more diverse now. Like it's way more queer in Salt Lake City. And there's a ton of Indian people now because they have like all these California tech companies bought up all this land. And so there's now this place called like Silicon Slope in Utah. And like all these Indian people are there. And my mom's all happy she can watch Bollywood movies in theaters now. She's like, hell yeah. I think it's better.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And your major was biomedical engineering, is that correct?
Yeah, at Caltech I did bioengineering and I double majored in English, but Caltech doesn't give out BAs, so I have a BS in English. There's a science in English now.
Damn, so you even turned English into a science, fucking nerd. So that's awesome. So what did you want to do with the biomedical engineering? I mean, I know you did have a job. Do you still have it?
I quit my PhD in biomedical engineering in December of 2019 to pursue live stand-up comedy. And then
Amazing.
3 months later, everything was shut down. So I just made this like really difficult decision 3 years into my PhD after having worked in labs since I was like 13. I had like started internships like hella young. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to take this brave step. And then everything shut down. That's how much the universe agreed with my parents is they convinced my parents started this pandemic.
That's funny because me and Priyanka, we had you on our podcast in December of 2019. You still have the job, and I was just thinking like, wow, she's really got it together.
No, I never once have had it together.
So I understand that you're co-executive director of a nonprofit called RespiraWorks, or am I saying correctly?
Yeah.
RespiraWorks. RespiraWorks. RespiraWorks,
Yeah.
And you help distribute medical services, like for instance, respirators. So,
we started that in March of last year. It's an all volunteer 501c3 nonprofit, and we were trying to build a fully functional ventilator for the pandemic. But then we realized it's going to take like a lot longer to get it through open source medical devices, which includes the ventilator and also a powered air a respirator. So I'm still like, I just had a regulatory meeting at 5 for it.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, so we're still building it. It's to make medical devices more freely accessible, more open source, and more affordable. So like ours right now is a few $1,000s, whereas like other ventilators are like 10 to 15 grand.
Wow.
And we also look at supply chains that aren't used by like commercial ventilators. So, you know, when things like the pandemic happens, we'll still be able to build it out of other materials, you know? So we look at like refrigeration and automotive companies and like the try to use the parts from them rather than from like medical companies, so that we can make it easier to build.
Just to clarify, they're not made from Legos, right?
That is a good idea, actually.
Could I get 10%?
Can you imagine the
nonprofit, yeah.
Doctor was like, "Oh, we could have saved them, but I just stepped on a Lego and it just took me out."
By the way, I thought of a possible tagline if you want. If you build it, they will breathe. That's
great. That's cute. Actually, I have my RespiraWorks sweatshirt, and on the back, tagline:
"Err on the side of caution." Hell yeah! I love it. So when you tell people about this whole cause that you're working for, like, how do you feel about making the people you tell feel like shitty people in comparison?
You know, I feel a lot of guilt about that. So I do like to tell them that I personally make a lot of terrible decisions, like quitting my PhD. And like, I actually just list my like relationship choices, you know, because those are hard choices that I made that I now have to live with. I tell them to follow me on Twitter so they feel less bad about it, because everything I've said on Twitter, I should never have admitted to in public.
So why is breathing so important to you?
Well, I personally have sleep apnea, so I can't even do that right. You know what I mean? Like just a basic function of surviving. That's really important to me. I actually have, when we were discussing like how to build the design and like the different components we needed, I had my CPAP, which is a machine that people with sleep apnea use to breathe better. Of course, I never use it because I don't like to better myself. I just like to yell at other people. Yeah, I had it. I was like playing with it and stuff to see what parts of it we needed. So that's, yeah, breathing's pretty important to me, even though I refuse to get better at it.
And I know that you have a web series called Dirty Science. where you make, science interesting, cool? Like what inspired that? Your BS? Was it your BS?
Yeah, it was complete BS. I love science and I love science communication, and I just feel like everybody talks about like teaching kids science, and I'm like, kids aren't voting. Like they're not the ones who are setting policy, right? They have some time to figure stuff out, but
Right.
like adults straight up don't believe science or think that scientists are some authority figures that are trying to like punish them, or that science is unreachable or unattainable, like some sort of magic, when really it's just an acquired skill. So like a lot of people just like rebel against science. My like, like when I take my car in to get checked, I don't rebel against the person doing the oil change. I'm like, I don't know shit. Do it. You know what I mean? You're the expert. I'm not going to be like, fuck you. I can figure out if the earth is flat myself, So like, I just wanted to make science more accessible to people, and scientists, like I wanted to take the air out of scientists, because they're all just like I have friends who work at who have like crazy awesome positions as engineers and scientists, but they're just people who just spent a lot of time on a thing. So I made a web series that's aimed at adults, and I use like dirty language and stuff and sex jokes and whatnot to make it more accessible and explain different scientific topics.
That's awesome. And it's still going on, right? You're still making it?
No, I need to start doing it again. But I literally I stopped as soon as the pandemic hit, because I was like, I don't want to make the COVID episode. Like, I just don't, I couldn't handle and everything was changing so quickly. So for several months, I didn't want to make the COVID episode, because I was like, the scientists don't know what's happening entirely right now. So I think I might do it now that we're there's some hope on the horizon, but I just could not bring myself during the pandemic to make it. But I think I'm going to jump back into it, because I do like it a lot. And I do think it's, yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome concept. And you were also, you were writing for Love It or Leave It.
Yes, I started there in September. I'm still doing it. It's super fun. I really like my team. It's great.
So you, I'm assuming you do all your meetings over Zoom. Are you guys meeting in person now?
There was the head writer, Travis Helwig. He hired me in September, and then he left the job. So I've never met the guy who hired me in person. But I did meet one of the writers on my team recently. We met up in person and had a chai together. And so that was cool. And I was like, oh, that's how tall you are.
So what are your plans when the pandemic ends, or is it not? Is it going to end? First of all, do you know? Because I know you used to work in infectious diseases. So
yeah,
what do you know?
I mean, I feel like it depends on how many people get vaccinated and continue. We're going to need a booster shot, right, in 6 months. I think for some of us, but I think it depends on how many people get vaccinated. It feels like it's going to probably people were predicting that every year that some amount of people would get infected, or I don't know how the different strains are gonna mutate and continue, but I feel like there's hope on the horizon in terms of returning to, for me, it's stand up is my big thing. So I'm gonna probably start doing outdoor shows in my rule was 6 weeks after everybody has access to the vaccine is when I'm going to start doing outdoor shows, because I didn't want to encourage people to gather before they even had a chance to get the vaccine. So yeah, I'm really excited to just perform live again, because I didn't take into account how much it hurt me to not get validation from hundreds of people at a time. You know what I mean? I need that more than breathing to survive. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I hope things can go back to normal. I do like wearing the mask, because I don't want people to see me not laughing at their sets. So that's what I want.
Well, I hope it feels good being here and getting the validation of dozens of people.
Oh my God, so exciting. I love not seeing Natalie or Rick or Barth or Steven or Jeremiah. I love getting the blank screen from them. It's really humbling me right now. It's just gonna make me work harder.
It's because their camera is wearing a mask. They're actually smiling. But we're gonna play some games. Are you ready to play some fun games? Who's ready for some games? Come on now.
It's really all in how you say it, because if you had said it like the Saw guy, then that would have been terrifying.
Who's ready for some game? I actually don't know how the Saw guy says it, but I can imagine. I need to, are they making a new Saw movie? I could totally book that for sure.
Probably. When are they not making? They're never not making a Saw movie or a Fast and a Furious movie. If those two franchises go down, Hollywood's over.
Right. Welcome everybody, Keiph, our game proctor, resident game proctor. Give it up for Keiph, everybody.
Yes, how y'all doing?
Who's ready for some games?
First game we're gonna play is CRISPR Twister. So basically the game is we're gonna show you 2 photos of an animal, person, or thing that we're genetically combining their DNA, and you must guess what the outcome would be. So an example would be a female dog added to a donkey, added to Oedipus Rex would be bitch ass motherfucker. So it's like that, and yeah.
Shit.
Let's go. First one is kind of easy. This is kind of a toss up.
Oh, this one's easy.
Is this the first one? It is the first one. Go ahead. So this is a chinchilla plus a dog.
Oh, that's a chinchilla. Chill dog?
Sammy, you have a guess?
Oh, no.
Oh, I got.
Well, see, it's not. I mean, it's also a puppy. So, chill a puppy. Chin. Yeah. Actually, I didn't. Yeah.
I actually got it correct. It is a chili dog. Chili dog.
Oh,
chili.
Chili dog.
Chili dog.
Yeah.
Chilla dog.
Chalupa.
Yes.
Oh.
Next one, please. So we have a toad added with a camel.
Camel toe? Are you letting us with them?
Yeah, it should be that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in order, does it?
Can I guess camel toe for everyone from now on?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, you can guess camel
all
toe.
I'm thinking about up here.
And it's camel, and it's past tense of camel. It's camel toad. You got camel toad.
Girl, you got camel toad.
What does it mean to be a camel toad?
Like the worst superhero ever. Like that's their catchphrase.
Yeah.
Every time they take someone out with their camel toe.
And now, like when you make a post on social media, you can just use the camel and toad emoji, and they'll have no idea what you're saying to them.
All right, on to the next. Thank you. The next one, we have a bear plus a bull plus a unicorn. Or you
That's like that's definitely like a gay bar. I feel like that's just one gay bar. This is queer representation is what this is.
It's a unicorn plus a bear plus a bull.
And the order, just to be clear, the order does not matter.
The order does matter. So the order should be a unicorn plus a bear plus a bull.
Okay, so a unicorn plus a bear plus a bull. Bear bull. Unbearable?
Correct.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That was so good.
Okay, next one, please.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Okay, so we have a penis snake. That's the first image you all see to the left. The middle image is a penis fish. And then the third photo is a representation of a human penis. Yes.
Sammy, you're paying me for going through this, right?
For sure.
Okay, thank you. Wait, what's the middle? Penis.
It's a penis fish.
And again, that's the correct order. Penis, snake, penis, fish, human penis.
Not a human penis.
Or not human penis, yes.
Penis, snake, fish,
That
human.
is correct. The answer is penis.
Oh my god. That's also the what's in my DMs is just penis.
All right, and actually that was the last one. All right, thank you.
All right.
Yes, like
of course.
A man to think that dicks are the closer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I should have closed with camel toad for sure.
Yeah.
All right, next game is love it, leave it, or eat it.
Ooh,
Classic.
Yes. So basically, this will be like fuck, marry, kill. We'll give you 3 options. You must choose to love, leave, or
I'm glad this wasn't the penis fish option.
yes, yeah. First option, we have a chili dog, Lululemon, and an NFT.
Wait, so it's love it, leave it, or eat it?
Yes, so you will love one, you will leave one, you will eat one.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the NFTs because of the environmental impact, people. Like, no one talking about this. Okay. And then I'm gonna how do you eat Lululemon? I just want to know. Is that like eating an ass that's been in a Lululemon pants? Because I'll do that.
The word lemon is in there, so we thought it would be edible.
And then I'll love the chili dog from afar, unless, is it a veggie chili dog or is this, I don't want to blow out someone's bathroom for a game show. Okay.
Not vegan at all. Not at
Okay,
all.
then I'm going to love the chili dog from afar and eat an ass that's been in a Lululemon pants.
Great. Sammy, do you have a preference on which you would love, leave, or eat?
Yeah, I'm going to eat the NFT again to save the environment and just prevent it from being put into the ocean somewhere. And I'm going to leave the chili dog, and I'm going to love me some Lululemons.
Right. Right. Second, we have love, leave, or eat. John Lewis, Army Hammer, or Mike Pence. Love.
Okay, I'm gonna eat Army Hammer before he eats me. It's eat or be eaten with him. I'm gonna leave Mike Pence because we're done with him now. He's over. We're moving on. And then I'm gonna love John Lovett because what else can you do with him? You know what I mean? Just a classic comedy guy. He's just trying to have fun,
Adorable face. Yeah. Sammy?
I am gonna love Mike Pence because that guarantees me being in a relationship where I won't have to worry about him wanting to love me back. I'm going to eat John Lovitz because look at that glow. He's clearly got some good phytochemicals going on in there. And then I am going to leave Mr. Hammer.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. The eating Army Hammer before he eats you, that's the one that I would have chosen too. All right. Last one. We have Flat Earthers, Fred Durst, and Pall Mall cigarettes. Love, leave, or eat.
By the way, I've never had Pall Mall cigarettes. What is like the characteristic about them? What do we know about them?
I do not know much about Pall Mall cigarettes. I've never.
Okay, they're just a regular brand of cigarette. They're just an off-brand or whatever.
They're a trash ass brand of cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
Trashy cigs. They're delicious. JP says they're delicious. All right, JP, give it up for the opener, everybody.
Is this also a joke, JP? No. I'm going to love Fred Durst because there's another bad Durst, and I'd rather love this Durst than that one. I'm going to eat the Flat Earthers because I am tired of their nonsense, and I don't think anyone would miss them. And I'm going to leave the Pall Mall cigarettes. Bad for you guys.
Sammy, how about you?
I am going to love the Flat Earthers.
I feel like that's a dig at me after what I said.
I gotta change it up, I gotta do something different. I'm gonna love the Flat Earthers because if your relationship ever goes wrong, I can just go to the other side of the world. They won't know where to find me. I am going to eat Fred Durst because nostalgia. And I'm gonna leave the Pall Mall cigarettes for JP because we need to pay him for opening the show.
Great. All right. That is the end of Love It, Leave It, or Eat It. Thank you both for playing.
Thank you, Keiph. Give it up for Keiph, everybody. Come on now. So you said
like
you're
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You just went blurry. Wow, it's like a
This is
it's like
what happens when you don't pay me enough for an appearance. I just disappeared. No, I'm kidding.
We sent you $1,000 for the camera, I thought.
Oh yeah.
But so you said 6 weeks after people can get the vaccination, you'll start doing shows. Is that 6 weeks from that April 16th date?
Yeah, I'll probably wait until like June, probably mid-June or so, and then I'll probably get out there.
But in the meantime, we can catch you virtually, right? Facial Rec has a show coming up on this Friday?
April 30th at 8 p.m. on
Friday.
Rush Tick. Yeah. We have a Rush Tick show. Yeah. And then we have another show the next week. But get the Rush Ticks tickets now. It's on our link in bio at Facial Recognition Comedy on Instagram and Facial Rec Comedy on Twitter. And we're on Facebook as well.
Awesome. And where can we find you? Your socials?
Yes, I'm at Pallavi Gunalan everywhere. I'm most active. So I'm on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm on, I don't know, I'm fucking Clubhouse and shit now too. I don't know. They make us do everything. Please release us from the hell that is social media. Someone just pay comedians to write a movie they can be in, please. Okay. But I'm at Pallavi Gunalan everywhere. JP just dropped it. Thank you, JP, in the chat.
Thanks,
I'm especially on Twitter. There you can find me just being mentally ill at everyone all the time.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate you being here, and you're doing so much awesome stuff right now. So, like, congrats on all that. And I'll keep seeing you on the virtual circuit until these 6 weeks pass.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Sammy. This is so fun. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
All right, give it up for Paula V, everybody. Thank you for coming by. So now we have an amazing musical guest for you today. She's out of the Philly area, and she's a singer-songwriter, founder of the indie rock band called Black Cat Habitat. Everybody give it up for our friend, Rachel McCullough!
Hello. Okay. All right. So yeah, my name is Rachel, and it's awesome being here with everybody. And I noticed that I'm not the only one who is subscribed to Roy Wood's a Twitter feed. So it's nice to know that there's other Roy Wood Jr. Fans out there. And so these songs I'm going to play, the first one I'm going to play is called Somebody Brought You Home. It's from the album Jam the Signal, and it's kind of an ode to a little girl. I stutter sometimes. Okay.
I remember how you used to look far into space, fear took over love, and you fell far out of place. Words couldn't express the emptiness you couldn't take anymore. Followed you until you held your own, and you were safe. Loved you when you didn't know you could be. You were the sun and the moon to those you knew, but you couldn't see through walls. You had no place to go. All of the exits vanished until rain set stone. And hurricane forces picked you up till somebody brought you home. Don't worry, you're not really alone. Welcome, my darling, to your home. I have lived a life and seen the world through grown-up eyes. You can never reach the pinnacle, no matter how you tried. When the alleyway leads to a wall, you learn to stay still and quiet. No one has to explain. I could tell where you have been. Keep recalling the pain of a soldiering child's remembrance till somebody brought you home. You were never alone. Welcome, my darling, to your new world, a new way of breathing in and out. So let go and cast off everything that's bringing you down. We are who we've become from experience and resolute scars, flowering under the sun. 'Cause it's not a whole lot that grows in the dark. Let somebody break you home. Let unconditional love flow through your bones. Welcome, my darling, this is your home. Okay, so all right. So that was from the album Jim, The Signal. That's the ballad in the album, CD, EP. I don't know what to call it these days. So the next one I'm going to play is a song that we haven't recorded yet. So we're like everybody else, myself, my bandmates, Tony and Neil and Dan, we're just waiting to get back into the studio, getting our vaccinations. And this is called Becoming. Every night I fall away. Don't know why I should stay. It's nothing for me here anyway. Last night I fell away, but you're not the one that holds me back, and you're not the one I'm angry at. 'Cause it's up to me to fill the cracks and pick off the pieces and put them back. Excommunicate my sins, make a little room for becoming who I am. Who I am. I walk here alone. I'm still looking for my home. I never felt like I belong. Drawing my blood from your stone, but you're not the one that holds me back, and you're not the one I'm angry at, 'cause it's up to me to fill the cracks, pick up the pieces and put them back, communicate my suffering, make a little room for becoming who I am. I'm not giving up the battles that I've won. I'm not taking off my guard to put it down. And I'm not forgetting the lessons that I've learned. I know that happiness is earned, but you're not the one that holds me back, and you're not the one I'm angry at, 'cause it's up to me to fill the cracks and pick up the pieces and put them back. Maybe shed a little skin, make a little room for becoming who I am, yeah. Whoa, make a little room. Whoa, make a little room. Oh, make a little room. Whoa, make a little room. Hey, 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 make a little room. Hey, 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 make a little room. Hey, 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 make a little room. Hey, hey, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I think that's my time, right?
Yeah, unless you want to do one more.
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Rachel McCall,
Thank you,
everybody!
Black Hat Habitat, if you want to check us out, and hopefully we'll be back on stage too as a band. And thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Of course, our pleasure. Give it up for Rachel one more time, and follow Black Hat Habitat on socials. Also, we've got the Venmos listed here for the performers if you would like to donate. This is on top of their $1 million fee that we pay them to be on the show. Also, thank you so much for attending our special Sunday happy hour edition. We really enjoyed you today. Awesome. So thank you so much for coming out one more time. Give it up for our amazing guests one more time, Pallavi and Rachel. This was so much fun. Thank you for coming to So Happy Hour. We do it every very sporadic day of the week. You never know, and that's what keeps this show so amazing. It's the element of surprise, guys. Comedy first.